$500 up to $1,200 guaranteed monthly checks for the low income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you a concept of sending out ongoing monthly checks in the amount of $500 up to $1,200 each and every month, specifically focused on the low income and of course fixed income beneficiaries and what is currently going on all across the country. Now this is also referred to as guaranteed income, basic income, or even guaranteed basic income. Let's get into it and talk about what they're currently doing and the programs that are already in place right here, right now, doing exactly this. However, really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and I'm here for you right by your side every single day. As your one and only daily advocate, I want to keep you updated with what is actually going on, and anything popping up right now you can possibly grab or take advantage of, as things are very expensive right now and the low income and fixed income are having a super hard time. But either way, truly want to help you out as much as I can. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about $500 up to $1,200 ongoing monthly checks, guaranteed income, basic income, whatever we want to call it, what they're talking about, the programs that are already in place right here, right now, and the plans to do this on a much, much, much bigger scale for a lot more people across the entire country. All right, so you probably heard me talk about guaranteed income in other videos. Now, again, this is not a new concept. I've talked about this in other videos. I have dedicated videos here on the channel talking exactly about guaranteed basic income, but I do want to talk about some things that are going on right here, right now across the country, how all of these states are sitting on billions upon billions of dollars they must spend, otherwise they have to send it back, as well as what they're talking about on a federal level. In other words, what these lawmakers want to establish on a federal level, the federal government sending out these checks to help out millions and millions of people out there, because we recognize there's a lot of things that are going on, especially as of recently with AI, artificial intelligence, and how this is taking over the world. Well, kind of, not really, but you know what I mean, right? Taking over jobs is maybe what I should be saying, and how this is going to revolutionize the economy, maybe in a good way, maybe in a bad way, but either way, it's coming, and this is going to be what's actually happening. All right, so there's a lot of things that I want to cover here with you in this video. I'm going to try to buzz through these relatively quickly. I don't want to spend a ton of time in this video talking about it, but I do want to give you the details because this is something we certainly want to pay attention to. Now, get this. Back in 2019, did anybody really know about guaranteed basic income? Was there really such a thing across the entire country as a monthly check program sending out $500, $800, $750, $1,200 a month for millions of people across the country? Well, back in 2019, wasn't even really such a thing. However, basically starting then, when the first guaranteed basic income program was started in Stockton, California, it has taken off pretty aggressively since then, right? These programs have popped up all across the country. In fact, as of now, there's over 100 guaranteed basic income programs all over the country right here, right now, sending out ongoing monthly checks, typically in the amount of $500 per beneficiary. These are all over the place. You've heard me talk about many of them before in other videos, and they continue to pop up, okay? This is a very popular concept. Now, again, they continue to come out with all these reports coming out, the studies, the reports, and all the surveys and things like that, and they continue to find the beneficiaries that are taking advantage of these and getting these ongoing monthly checks are feeling pretty happy. Things are good. Their life is better. Their economic situation is better. Their health is better. They're, having better health care. They're driving better cars. They're living in nicer places. They're getting more healthy food options. The list goes on and on and on. And we continue to find that these reports and these people and these studies are finding, the people are doing much, much better economically. Well, yeah, right? I mean, obvious, right? But the reports continue to find that. Now, this is actually a very important concept as well. Now, get this. A couple years ago, back in 2021, the federal government within the American Rescue Plan allocated $350 billion to states to go out to bail out all the states because apparently the states were broke. Well, the states are always broke. They're always broke because all they do is spend all the money, right? So anyway, all the states got basically $350 billion of bailouts of taxpayer dollars, okay? Well, these states have a contingency with all of this. They either need to spend the money or send it back to the federal government in the event that something, if they don't actually spend it, okay? So here's the deal. They have until the end of next year to spend all this money and or send it back. Well, guess what? do you think they're going to spend it or send it back? They're definitely going to spend it, right? So one thing that they can do with this money is they can send it out in the form of these guaranteed basic income programs or state administered stimulus checks, right? And we've seen a lot of that here over the last couple years here. Many states sending out guaranteed basic income programs, and of course, these ongoing state stimulus checks as well, okay? Very important stuff to pay attention to. They got to spend it or send it back. They're not going to send it back. I can tell you that much right now, okay? Not happening. All right, so as a result of that, I want to talk about some other things that are going on. In Congress right now, there are lawmakers who want to establish ongoing monthly checks in the amount of $1,200 per adult across the entire country through the piece of legislation called the Support Act, okay? I've talked about it before in other videos, and I do have dedicated videos here on the channel talking exactly about the Support Act and exactly what it would mean for the American people who would be eligible for this, okay? So they want to establish $1,200 ongoing monthly checks per adult across the entire country, $2,400 a month for a married couple, things like this. This would essentially be establishing a guaranteed basic income program on the federal level rather than establishing it on the state level. This would be actually administered by the federal government. The federal government has unlimited amounts of money, okay? Now, do states have unlimited amounts of money? No, states do not. But the federal government essentially does, right? So as a result of that, that's what these lawmakers want to do, is establish these ongoing monthly check programs across the entire country as a nationwide program is administered by the federal government, okay? Now, a couple of things I want to mention here. AI, artificial intelligence, okay? Is this taking over? Yep, you've heard me talk about it. In fact, the reports have been coming out suggesting within the next 5 to 7 years, 27% of the jobs here in the United States, about 48 million-ish jobs, will likely be replaced by AI. 48 million jobs. It's a lot, right? Considering the number of people here in this country in the workforce is about 180 million people. Okay, very important. Now, they've also suggested over the next 15 to 20 years, up to 80% of jobs here in the country could be, well, globally even, but here in the United States, could be replaced by AI, artificial intelligence. Well, we've heard from very high-profile people and many people out there before that some of these jobs, being lost as a result of AI, artificial intelligence, we will need to establish a guaranteed basic income program. Now, this is the same thing I've been talking about here throughout this entire video. Establishing a basic income, sending out ongoing checks in the amount of whatever they decide, $500, $800, $1,000, $1,200, whatever it happened to be, to a specified group of people, because if people aren't working, if prices are going up, if AI, robots, technology is taking over, then what do the people do? Well, we need something to live on. We need some kind of income to live on. And if it is replacing entire industries, well, then people are out of jobs, right? So there's a couple options here. Retool, as in learn a new skill, which, can be very time consuming, can cost a lot of money, and can be really difficult for a lot of people, especially somebody who's been doing the same job for, 20, 30, 40 years, something like that. To retool, it can be a very long process and can be very difficult for a lot of people, right? So basically what these high-profile people are suggesting is that we need to establish a basic income, a guaranteed basic income, a guaranteed check every single month, just like a Social Security program where you get a check every single month. Same kind of concept, right? Anyway, some pretty interesting things that are going on right now. We are living through major technological developments, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. And again, it's going to be very interesting here over the coming years, but this is what's going on here. We're already starting to see these guaranteed basic income programs all over the country, popping up all over, more and more on a regular basis. There's going to be more to come, and there's a very high likelihood we will also be getting this on a nationwide level at some point as well. Either way, I want to come back really quickly and talk you through the details about this because this is very influential. This is very pivotal. Maybe that's the right word. I'm not really sure, but this is a very important thing that is going on. This is taking place. This is not like, we'll see what happens. No, it's already happening. We already know this is happening. This is already a thing that is coming, right? So anyway, we got to pay attention to this. We need to be on the leading edge of all this information and watching this because at the end of the day, it's going to impact all of us in a major way. And I want to bring this to your attention. So again, I'll continue to watch all these programs as they pop up across the country and of course on a nationwide level, as well as any other piece of legislation coming out of the Congress and what they want to do here. or what they're not going to do. Either way, I'll continue to keep you posted. But hope this helps you better understand the situation as far as guaranteed basic income, guaranteed income, whatever you want to call it, all these things like this. So again, hope this helps you. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about all this. Weird stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. Anyway, enjoy your day and catch you again later in the next video.